Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to create a broken nose effect using some out of kit scar wax. I'm just using the Ben 9 Nose and Scar Wax today. What I'm going to do first is I'm just going to make sure like my nose area is free of like any oils and stuff, so I just wiped it down with a clean makeup wipe just so that there's no like oils there, so it makes sure that the scar wax will adhere a bit easier. Although I do have a bit of spirit gum here as well, just to make sure it really stays down. Of course, scar wax does contain a bit of an adhesive, which is why it can stick like that, although I do prefer like a heavier duty adhesive. So just on a cotton tip, I'm just going to lay down some spirit gum, where I'm going to be putting a little ball of wax. Now the way to make spirit gum dry is you just have to tap it. Spirit gum is pretty good for beginners just because it does take this kind of effort to make it sticky, although that's another downside to it. Using Pros-Aid or any other adhesive would work just as fine. So once that's all nice and tacky, I'm going to take a little ball of the scar wax just like this. And the scar wax goes a long way. So you can start out with a smaller ball and then work your way up. It's easy to add on, but it's very difficult to take off. I'm just going to place that on the side of my nose right here. So what I'm going for is like having my nose kind of sticking out that way to give it the broken look. Alright, now I'm just going to get a tiny bit of Vaseline on my hands just so it makes a smoother surface and so it doesn't stick as much to my hands while I'm sculpting it. Also bring you guys in a little closer so you can see exactly what this looks like. Okay, so just using my fingers, I'm just going to shake that with a bit of Vaseline on them until the edges are blended out and I kind of have like that really good, nice, smooth shape that I want. You can also use a palette knife to help you a little bit more with smoothing down the edges. Alright, so once you're happy with how your wax is blended in and you have the shape you kind of want, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a tiny little cut in the center just to make it look like there's some sort of impact in there. So I'm just going to take the sharp end of my palette knife. I'm just going to go in really gently and just kind of carve that out. So once you've got your cut done, I'm just going to go in and kind of color it a little bit. Since I do have like a color, my skin color kind of in the scar wax, I don't have to do much. Although if you do get a scar wax that isn't your skin color, I definitely recommend going in, well obviously go in with a foundation palette, or especially I would recommend using a alcohol activated paint palette just because it's easier to work with the colors and you'll get a much more natural finish on them. But today I'm just going to be going in with some foundation that I'm just going to mix up and use very lightly just so it doesn't look too cakey or fake. And actually before I even do that, I'm just going to go in with some powder to get rid of the shine that the scar wax leaves. Alright, so I'm just going to go in with a little bristle brush into my foundation palette, and I'm just gonna lightly sort of stipple some color onto there just so it kind of blends a bit more with my skin tone. I'm just going to go in very lightly with my Skin Illustrator palette and some isopropyl alcohol, and I'm just going to go in with a kind of blood tone right there. I'm gonna dilute it a lot just to kind of give the skin a more rosy look. Alright, so now that I'm happy with that coloring, I'm going to go in with a little smaller brush. And I'm going to go into the blood tone right on the corner. And I'm going to fill in that cut just very, very lightly. Alright, so I like how that cut looks. I'm just going to go in with a bruise tone in the same palette. And I'm just going to go kind of around the under eyes and maybe a bit around the nose. Just because that's what happens. You get kind of swollen black eyes when you get a broken nose. Trust me, I played a lot of rugby and I've seen this a lot of times. So just very light, very lightly, I'm just going to go in and sort of add that bruise color. Remember to be careful when you're working with alcohol activated paints around your eyes, just because it is an irritant. You don't want to, you know, burn your eyes out. So I'm happy with the bruising and the cut. Now I'm just gonna add a little bit of this stage blood to, you know, bloody it up a little bit. I'm just gonna put a little bit inside the cut. Just kind of drag a little droplet of blood down. And then I'm also going to put some, you know, in my actual nose. Not quite, but, you know. The blood on there. Sorry, I know this looks really gross. Sorry if you're squeamish, but yeah, then you're pretty much done the look. If you want, you can probably add like bigger like black eyes or like a split lip to make it like extra like you just got beat up, but just showing you how to do the broken nose for today. Let me know if you'd like to see like a full face of like you just got in a fight beat up look. And yeah. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you like this video, please do leave a like, share with your friends, comment down below what you would like me to do next. If you have any questions, comments, and concerns, feel free to let me know. And yeah, we'll see you in another video. Have a good one. Bye!